Good.
Hi. I have a question for Van Dijk. What do you have about FIFA decision as they announced a top 10 world player, but there was not Alisson Becker in the list?
Sorry?
What do you have about FIFA decision as they announced a top 10 world player, but Alisson Becker not in the list?
That's also something about opinions. You know, I've no idea who made the decision, but I don't think Alisson needs to be in the list to be known as, you know, one of the best goalkeepers in the world right now, or maybe the best keeper in the world. So it is a decision that has been made, and everyone has to accept it.
Gentleman in green.
I want to ask my question as Turkish, from Turkish media.
Liverpool in Istanbul played against Milan with a great comeback, and they won the European Championship. So Istanbul is important for Liverpool. So what do you think for Istanbul yourself? And welcome to Istanbul, by the way.
Go on. Wow. Lucky ground, probably. And yeah. Hopefully tomorrow we're gonna be the same, and we work for it, and we hope we're gonna do everything and to win, and it will continue to be a lucky ground for Liverpool.
Gentleman in the first row.
Welcome. I wanted to ask a question for Turkish.
You are going to play against a team from your own league, from Premier League. So this is a team that you know very well. But is it an advantage or disadvantage playing against a team that you know so well?
I think it could work in both favors. They know us, we know them, but the most important thing is that it's just one game, it's one final. Anything can happen. We know we at the start of the season, everyone's coming back from, you know, having that break and stuff, but everyone should be ready. We are ready, we're looking forward to it, we want to win that trophy, and yeah, we're gonna do everything that's possible to hopefully hold that trophy.
Gentleman in the first row.
Hi guys, a question for each. Sadio was an attacking player. What did you make of Chelsea's sort of new look team at Old Trafford on Sunday? And as an attacking player, do you see chances to take advantage of a new team blending together? And for Virgil, a lot of talk recently about Harry Maguire and his price tag, and I just wonder, you've been through that yourself, how much does a price tag play in your mind when it comes to stepping onto the pitch, and how pleasing is it that players in your position are sort of almost being valued at that price tag?
Yeah, I think, yeah, personally I watched the game, and even the loss for 3-0, I think, yeah, they play very well. And they create some chances, of course, and but at the end of the day, I think Manchester play better and deserve to win. So, yeah. Hopefully we're going to do the same, and yeah, we know them very well, and they know us as well, and they're a great team, and yeah, we're going to do everything and try to win the game. I think for us it's the more important.
And yeah, I don't think the price tag should, you know, wasn't personally on my that it played, you know, a big issue. You know, it's something that you don't have any influence on. It happens, you know, it's the market, and yeah, the only thing you can do is put your head down and start playing, give everything for the team, and that's what I did, and it worked so far. So I just try to keep doing that, and, you know, keep progressing and be a better player.
Gentleman in the back.
Zoran Mishevsky, Macedonia, for Sadio. Everybody talking about Chelsea talk about how important was Eden Hazard, but at Old Trafford without N'Golo Kante, it was no protection for the defense, and the midfield it not was usually when Kante is on the pitch. Do you expect the best Kante tomorrow? How is important for Chelsea play in the midfield and also protection for defense? Thanks.
Wow, to be honest, I think you know Chelsea team better than me because, of course, I'm playing for Liverpool, and yeah, I'm not putting this kind of thing in my mind. The only thing for me is to Liverpool, what I'm playing for, and I'm giving everything. And for sure, he's really, really important player for Chelsea. So obviously, I have nothing to say about Chelsea team. But the only thing I have to say, for sure we're going to be ready for tomorrow, and yeah, to give everything.
One in the back.
Question for Virgil. Virgil, Wesley Sneijder announced his retirement today. Just curious to get your thoughts on him as a player. I understand he was the captain when you made your debut for the Dutch team, and also his career.
Yeah, fantastic player he was, and I think he still can play some good football. But yeah, great career, won many things. Was a great leader for all of us in Holland, and yeah, I think just a fantastic player, and I wish him well in the future, of course.
Second row here.
This time I would like to ask my question in Turkish. Would you please have? Yeah.
My question is for Van Dijk. Together with Alisson, you were very good in defense, and this is not going to be the last. Andrea is joining and is going to play in this important game. How is your communication with Adrian as a defense player? Are you working on this?
Well, I think Adrian has been coming in for this is I think his second week. So since then we have definitely been working day in day out, and I think for him it's obviously very good that he starts playing straight away. It's obviously it's not the situation that you hope to be in, that the Alisson is getting injured and you have to come in, but he's experienced enough to go out there, show his qualities, because we have plenty of qualities. He's played so many years in the Premier League, and we could already see in training how good he can be. And yeah, we all need our support. We all do it together. We defend together as well, and we need him there as well, and he needs us as well. So he will definitely do the job.
Sure. Gentleman in the first row.
I will ask my question to Van Dijk in Turkish language.
First of all, I would like to say welcome to Istanbul. Çağrı Davran from Fanatic newspaper, Turkey. My question is, you were one of the best player of your team, and you were more than a defense player. And last year, you were elected as the best player in Europe, in UK, and in Europe. There are many other awards. We don't usually see defense players winning awards. Cannavaro was one of them. What do you feel about these awards? Do you feel you are going to win those awards?
Those decisions are going to be made over the next months, and I have no influence on that. I'm very honored to be named, be talked about in those those kind of things, but the only thing I can do is just keep working, keep playing, fulfill my potential, want to get better every day, and that's what I try to do. And if people want to recognize me with awards, obviously I'll take it, but it's not the main thing. I think the most important thing is to focus on your club, and that's what I'm doing, on my team and on myself, to progress as a player and a human being.
lady in the second row.
Mediaset Italia, question in English for both of you. Tomorrow there will be a female referee on the pitch. Does it affect your attitude in any way, by any chance?
Well, affect it. I think the word is even heavy. But yeah, I think it's no different. Probably, I think for us, I think they took it to make the right decision for sure. She deserves to be here for sure. She will make the right decision for us. I think the more important to just be on the pitch and concentrate on ourselves and give everything, and especially win the trophy.
I think gender is irrelevant. If the quality is there, and it is there, because otherwise you wouldn't, get pointers for this game, then it doesn't really matter. If you look at the CV as well, I think she had been doing so many good games, and they made probably the right decision. And what I said before, gender doesn't matter at all.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. My question is Turkish.
My question is for Sadio. This year, if Messi wins the Golden Ball award, is it going to be a frustration for you?
No. I will recognize that he deserves to win it, and for sure, everybody knows Messi, so I don't have to describe how good he is. Yeah, the award is here to win it, but it doesn't matter for us. The most important, until we win the trophies, we are happy to go on again.
And we'll take one last question from the players. Gentleman in the grey shirt.
Question for Sadio, Glenn Price, LFC TV. Sadio, how do you feel after your summer break, and do you feel ready to start tomorrow night?
Yes, I think I'm ready. And tiredness, I think, is here. So for sure, I've been playing professional football a long time. I think I never even have holidays now, 7 years, more than 20 days. So I'm used to it. And for sure, I'm ready. I'm here. So let's do it.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. You're now free to go.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
We'll continue in a couple of minutes with the manager.
See you, bro.
Translation device is here. It's set on English in case we have Turkish questions. We continue with Liverpool manager Jürgen Klopp, who is available for your questions. Gentleman in the first row.
Hello, Mr. Kuru. I'm Alireza Moharamid from Testing News Agency, Iran. You start a very strong Premier League, and you have a very important game with Chelsea in Super Cup. Liverpool fans' dream is champions in Premier League. You think if you champions in Super Cup is very strong, continue Premier League for champions or no?
Oh, if I would know that, that would help. But if I would know about the influence of one game on all the other games. But winning football games always help. Always help. Winning titles is what everybody's asking us for, so it helps as well. But it has nothing to do with the start in the Premier League. I think our start was absolutely okay. We played a good game against Man City, gave them a proper game, which is difficult enough against them. So we could draw the game, lost in penalties. And now we won 4-1 against Norwich with a very strong first 60 minutes and a less strong last 30 minutes. That's how it is. But now tomorrow night it's different competition. Everything is different. Everything is prepared for a final, obviously. So we have to make sure that we are ready for a final. We have to make a few decisions about lineups, stuff like this. That we can be kind of a little bit unpredictable for the opponent as well, because we don't know how they play. Why should they know how we play? And especially in the early stages of the season. So we are here, everything is prepared, let's go.
Gentleman in a green shirt.
Hello, I will ask the Turkish.
Gökmen from Fanatic newspaper. Before the match, everybody believes Liverpool is going to win. Does this situation affect your players in terms of focusing or concentrating? That's my question.
Actually, I didn't know that everybody expects us to win. So so far we could avoid that information until you told me. And yeah, absolutely nothing, no problem for us what people think around us. Well, we respect Chelsea a lot, and we saw the game against Manchester United. And if you only saw the result, then you have no idea how the game was, because the game was really, they played a good game. They had a few changes, have a new manager, lost Eden Hazard, brought in Christian Pulisic, brought in all the young boys like Abraham and Mason Mount and stuff like this. Really interesting team, good plan. Frank did an outstanding job last year at Derby. Changed the football there. It was in a championship, but the football playing side, being successful is really difficult, but he did it. It was unlucky at the end against a strong Aston Villa team not to get promoted, but now he's at Chelsea, his club, everything is fresh, everybody will be ready, everybody will be on their toes. It's the first title they can win together. They will be 100% ready, and we have to make sure that we are ready as well. But what people think before the game is not important, everything what doesn't help you in the game, we have to ignore. And that's what we do, actually.
Gentleman in the black shirt, here in the middle.
Okay. This is Morza Pichka from Gold Daily newspaper. For Liverpool, last season was too long, and the pre-season was very pressure with you. And you didn't buy a new player during the transfer window, a big player, I mean. But you started a new season powerful. What did you do during this day and organization this challenge? Because the mentality of the player is a question for us.
What is the mentality?
Mentality and the form of the player, because the pre-season was the pressure and the last season was too long. And you didn't play.
Yeah, that's a challenge for all of us. We are not the only club who had that problem. So, but when I get asked, then I answer the question. So it was a difficult pre-season, not only for us, but for us as well. So, and you never know exactly how it will work out then, especially in the early games of the season. And I was really happy about the game against Man City, because first half, obviously, we had some problems, not too many, but some against City, which is completely normal because they are so strong. But second half, we were really there, and that was an important sign for us. Physically, we are there now. We are exactly where we want to be. That's not at 100%. We'll have that probably September, October, or whenever. But that's again for all the teams the same. And all the rest is no problem. We won one competition last year. That's all. How could we change our mentality or whatever? We are there. This team is built for being successful, and that's what we try to do. And tomorrow night is another chance for us. For me, it was very important that we showed in the Man City game that we went really there to win the game, and it was obvious. A bit more luck in that game, we could have won it. And we had the bigger chances, especially close to the full-time whistle. We had a really big one. And so now tomorrow we have to prove that again. That's it. And if people really think that Chelsea is not a real challenger, then I can't help these people, because you have only to watch at the team what they have. They are really strong and young and fresh, and everything is exciting in the moment because Frank is there, new, the club legend, and unable to make make himself a name, and as a manager what will happen 100%, like you could see that immediately when he took over at Derby and now doing the job at Chelsea. So it will be really interesting, and for us it's a really important game tomorrow night, because we don't have to play any other game tomorrow night. That's the only one, and so we are completely focused on that. And I said, hopefully everybody can see that.
Second row.
Roy Jankovic, iSport. Good evening, Mr. Klopp. Istanbul is a special place for Liverpool. Do you feel that this vibe will be with you tomorrow night as well? And do you expect to reach the final, which will be hosted in Istanbul as well at the 2020?
I know about the special importance and what a special place Istanbul is for every Liverpool supporter. Of course, 2005 is nobody will forget that anymore. So that's good. But we are different people. Unfortunately, we are not the same. We are now the team 2019-20, and that's a pretty good one as well. Istanbul, I think, is always a good place for football because I played here once with Dortmund. I think against Galatasaray, the atmosphere was brilliant until we calmed it a bit down with the result, I would say. But that's when I'm right. If I'm right, there's a pretty big community of Liverpool supporters in Istanbul as well, or in Turkey as well. So that makes it special for us. So it's everything like it should be. Apart from a flight, it was 3.5 hours. But apart from that, both teams are here now. We are all fresh. We want to play it, and I hope we can make it a special place for ourselves. And what about next year? What can I say? Well, I have no clue about that. Last year, if you would have asked me last year after the Kiev final on the first preseason games of that, if I think we are in the final again, I would have probably said I don't think so. But we were there anyway. So if there's any chance, we will try. But if not, then somebody else will win it. That's how it is.
No? So we'll go in the first row here. Gentleman in blue shirt.
Hi, Jürgen. Do you expect Dejan Lovren to leave the club in the coming weeks?
No idea.
Is he out of this trip with illness, or is that transfer related?
No, it's because he's ill. So we will see.
Yes.
What happens in general, not only in this.
Hi, Jan Fjotr from VS7. There is a lot of talk of the players having a short holiday, how fresh they are now, but are you more worried how fresh they are coming November, December, January? And if so, what do you do to plan for that?
No, I'm not worried about this year at all or the full season. I'm worried about the future. That's how it is. If you do it always the same way, it's now that that's the problem. It's not about 1 year. We have no problem with freshness or physicality at all in the moment. It's all about if you do exactly the same all the time, then something has to change, because that doesn't work. You cannot always push the guys through with another tournament in the summer and another short preseason and another bumper. Doesn't work. And there's one point, and I think I'm not sure if I'm the only one who's talking about it. I'm probably a couple of coaches talking about it because it's an important thing. It's difficult even as a football manager to find somebody who you can talk to and who is responsible for it. Because everybody can always say, no, that's him, that's the FIFA, that's UEFA, that's the Premier League and stuff like that, that's the Bundesliga, and you think, okay. All these guys have to sit together on a table and have to make sure that this wonderful game can be played by these sensational players of this generation at the moment in their best shape. And so I'm not at all worried about this year or whatever, or about this season. So it's more about the long-term future, change something, that there will be no bad influence in the future. That's it.
Gentleman in the back.
Jürgen Klopp, hello. Robin Adams here from TRT World Turkey. Welcome to Istanbul, first of all.
Thank you.
We've seen a lot of fans outside, traveling fans from Iran, from Jordan, across the Middle East. I know a lot of fans who've traveled from Cape Town, South Africa, my hometown. Could you give us a sense of the importance, please, of traveling fans, especially when they're roaring your team to life to another potential European trophy?
Oh, they'll make a big difference between traveling fans and home fans, to be honest. So we have, I think we did. If anybody has the chance to go to Anfield, you should do. It's a pretty special place. If you don't have the chance, then it's like it is on the US tour, or like it was on the US tour as well. That a lot of people coming from all different countries closer to USA, and now we are here and obviously a bit close to the Middle East. So that's why the people are coming from there. It's brilliant. We are open for all of them, I think. So I said a couple of times, I'm not on social media, but around after Champions League final, Mr. McCann sent me a lot of videos from all the different countries where how the fans celebrated, and they were all over the world. So that was really one of the nicer moments in my life to see what it meant to all these people. And if they now have the opportunity to see us here, yes, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And hopefully they can create a really special atmosphere tomorrow night. That would be helpful because, I said it now a few times, we need help tomorrow against Chelsea because they are strong. And we have to be strong as well. And whoever wants to help is invited.
We'll take 3 more questions. Lady in the first row here, then the gentleman in a blue jacket, and then gentleman with the glasses in the back.
Hello, Jürgen. Jane Diggle from BBC. The female referee tomorrow night and her 2 assistants. Obviously, this is making history, the first time that women have taken charge of a man's match in Europe. Are you concerned that they may face more scrutiny because of their gender, and that that this might be an issue in their performance?
Oh no! Well, my answer would be finally. I think it's time that it happens. So that's how it is. I have not a lot of experience with women referees. We have in Germany, Bibi Steinhauser is doing it, and it took a while until she was considered, not by the professionals, more by the referees to be ready. And meanwhile, she's settled. So that's really good, and I'm really happy that we can be part of that historical moment. I think there's so many things in the world out there which we are still obviously not smart enough to make the right decision. So that's a very, very smart decision that we finally can bring a woman to be a referee of a very, very important game and a big game in front of millions of people. And we all, I'm pretty sure, with all the emotions involved and stuff like this, in the moment I can say, I'm really sure we all try to help tomorrow night, not to make it more difficult than the game itself is anyway. So I will show my best face if possible. Otherwise, my mom would be angry about it. So, and that's normal. So it's the first one, so maybe it makes it a bit more special. But I hope it's not the last one. That's all I can say.
Good evening, Mr. Klopp. My name is Darwan, newspaper Kurdsat. What's your opinion about Jose Mourinho's speech that he sees Liverpool as favorite to win Premier League? Mane has returned back to you. What's your opinion? Thank you.
Jose Mourinho said that when? 2012 or what? I didn't hear it, and it makes no sense to talk about things somebody said I didn't hear. So if he said it, yeah, then it's his opinion. And as much as I'm concerned, I think we live in a free world, so he can say his opinion, and that's it. That doesn't help us or doesn't disturb us. It's just an opinion from a very, very successful manager, obviously. But how I said, I don't know if he really said it or in which circumstances. So I think the favorite for the Premier League is pretty clear. So that's no problem with that, and we have to fight to be around them. If we are around them, we try everything to beat them. And if that happens, then we will talk about it, not before that.
Last question.
The man with the glasses. Where is the man with the glasses?
There, in the last row.
Yeah, you got it.
It works just.
Yes. Fine.
Around Tutal Birgun newspaper. You had the first European title of your career last season. Will your priority this season be the Premier League?
Unfortunately, I'm not good enough to to decide that. I have to take what I can get. So that's how it is. So, we didn't decide last year. We go for the Champions League and ignore the Premier League, obviously. So we just try to win the next football game. That's tomorrow night, and that is difficult enough. But I cannot make. Sorry, I'm not genius, so I have to take what I can get. Last year, thankfully, we got something, celebrated it. Now let's carry on.
Mr. Klopp, thank you very much.
Thank you. See you.